Round 2. Fight. Here we go.
Go.
2019. This is the first episode of the Captain's Log in 2019. That's exciting.
It's a party. This is our soft opening for the year.
Yeah. I guess to make it even more confusing, it's episode 33 of the Captain's Log, which is our weekly do whatever the hell we want show. It's our off-topic show, so it's different every single time. Yeah. We just got back from... Oh, shit. God damn it.
What?
I transitioned to something I was not supposed to. Everything should be back in working order now. There we go. There's all of our names and social media stuff. I fucked things up. Great start to 2019.
Again, soft opening. That's what it's here for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everyone needs one.
Well, what did you guys do? Because I went out to visit my family. Did you guys travel? What did you guys do? Melissa, you mentioned a car trip or something. Some kind of...
Nah.
Is that a totally
Maybe
different
I'm making
story?
it up. What am I saying?
We don't go anywhere for the holidays. I mean, maybe we go to my aunt's house a whole hour away from here, but that's it. Every Christmas Eve, my brother and I make a bunch of cookies, and we just drive around town delivering cookies to all our friends.
Your protection ring, as I like to call it.
We don't get...
I know what's really going on.
We don't get anything in return for the cookies, except just getting to pet people's pets when we go to their houses.
How far away from me do you live?
I live in St. Louis, which is pretty far.
Darn it. Okay. I was like, do you live on this side of the
mystical
States?
land of St. Louis.
We should mail each other cookies. Yeah. That sounds like a super fun, super cute tradition.
It is really fun. We've been doing it for, I think, like 8 years or something.
Cute. I just like ping-ponged up and down between family members because my family and Cody's family live about an hour away from each other, and they can't have celebrations on the same day for some reason. So it was like my family down south in the morning, and then an hour north to his family in the afternoon, and then same thing the next day, but maybe the other way around. And somebody had a Christmas 2 years away, 2 hours away from my house, and yeah, it was a lot.
That's
Christmas,
very much.
I love it, but it stresses me out because I also have like 5 Christmases that I have to go to.
Oh,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I've never had
I didn't
to
even
do
make
that.
it to all of my family Christmases.
Oh no.
I only made it to 5.
Oh, only 5.
So everybody kind of knows I can't make it to everything anymore. But yeah, we did one of my grandparents, and then we did my immediate family, and then we did Cody's extended family, and then we did Cody's immediate family, and then we did my dad's side of the family.
I am your
So
father's
that's 5.
cousin's mother's sister's brother's uncle's former roommate.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Spaceballs reference. Oh, yeah.
I need to rewatch that movie. It's been a hot minute.
It has. That's cool. I went out to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because that's where my family is. So I
Cowboy
was
country.
a lot closer to you, Jess, but still
Should've
quite
hit
a
me
ways
up.
away. I was in the time zone between Melissa and you. I was in Mountain Time.
You flew over me to get over there.
I did. We actually
Rude.
kind of went around you. And went up to Minneapolis.
Okay.
And then there. But it was an adventure. Wyoming is not for me.
No.
I am a city boy through and through. It's really funny because my mom is from Montana and my dad is from Wyoming, and they moved back out there when my dad retired, and so they have like a 1-story ranch style house. It's pretty small, but they live in, I guess it's a neighborhood. I mean, yeah. Like it's weird to call it a neighborhood because it's not really like rural or suburban. Like it's just like that's a western town.
No, I know what you're talking about. There's neighborhoods around the outskirts around here that are kind of like that.
Yeah. but it was nice because we didn't do anything. My mom is always like, so what do you want to do? What can we do? Let's go do something. And I'm like, Mom, this is my vacation. I want to sit down and do nothing. Like, I've been doing things for like an entire year now. Don't make me do more things.
Like, please just wash my clothes again for me.
It's like, here's my dirty laundry, thank you.
Don't you love having me back home? I'm gonna eat all your food now.
Yeah, which is kind of what I did.
You're a great kid.
No, we did a Marvel movie marathon.
Oh, that's fun.
They were a couple of the Marvel movies behind, and they were like, oh, we should watch that Black Panther movie. I was like, well, hold up. You guys haven't seen the, like, 3 before it. And I guess you could watch it on your own, but, you know, it's all one big thing.
Were there.
Yeah. Kyle,
yeah. And so,
are your parents also nerds?
No, my mom is not. My dad grew up reading comics. I have a lot of his old comics from when he was a kid. But he stopped, I guess, when he was in college. He's a big, like, Tarzan fan. That's his, like, nerddom. Like Tarzan and Conan.
Do you guys want to hear the best Christmas present that I got this year that was like a total mess, like goofed up Christmas present?
Yes.
So my best friend, he's a saint. He knows all about, in college I studied history and I wrote my thesis on fridging and comics. And so I wrote all about Green Lantern 54, which I've never read. I could not get my hands on it. Could not find it.
You can get your hands on it.
For like expensive.
Well, you can get it for free $99 if you really try hard enough.
See, but that's not.
But we're not condoning that, so.
I looked at the panels that I needed to see online, but I couldn't like actually get a hold of it legally, so I just pretended that I had read the whole thing. And so I opened my gift from my best friend this year, and he's like, "So there's an explanation." It was. He had worked really hard to find Green Lantern 54, but he found like the 60s Green Lantern 54, which is also really hard to find, and didn't realize till he'd gotten it. He's like, Amazing. I should read this, and he was like, wait, it's not in there. And that's when he realized that the Green Lantern 54 that I needed was from the 90s, and so now I have a very random Green Lantern 54 that like means a lot.
That's so sweet.
He's like, I'm still working on finding the other Green Lantern 54.
When was that the one you got? The one from I guess you said it was in the 60s. Is that when it was
something like that? Published? I don't remember exactly.
Because I've been reading a bunch of like slowly but surely. I haven't done it in a while, but I've been reading a lot of like post-crisis DC, and I read like a couple issues just before of Green Lantern going into the crisis, and stuff like that. And I for some reason was thinking that it was around that issue number, but I could be wrong.
It might have been. I just have the one issue.
Who knows?
But yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we did. We did the Marvel movie marathon because we usually watch TV, and so it was like, well, instead of watching a TV show, what if we just watch all of these movies? So that was also kind of like one of my presents to them. I was like, let me catch you up on pop culture and have you be a part of this experience that we've all been to, because they have one movie theater there, and there's only 2 actual like screens in it, and so they never have all of the movies there, so it's kind of hit or miss what ones they actually get. And so it was like, yeah, you guys should watch these. So that was one of the things that I got them, kind of.
Did you watch all of them, or just like from the last one they had seen?
We watched all
like
of them.
22
we started
of them?
Wow.
Iron Man 1.
Hot dang.
And then went to The Incredible Hulk.
Aha.
Yeah, and then all the way through Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, Oh.
So, and then I showed them the trailers for Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame.
Good. It's a fun time.
So good. Yeah. I'm so excited. They de-aged Samuel Jackson really well.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Like, he doesn't... Like, they de-aged Johnny Depp for something, and I don't remember what, because it's not worth remembering. It might have been like a Pirates of the Caribbean. And it was not good, but they did a really good job with Samuel L. Jackson, and I'm excited.
They've gotten a lot better at that, like 3D, because even the stuff they did with like Michael Douglas and Ant-Man and Carrie Fisher. Well, I guess Carrie Fisher was more of a... Yeah, I guess that was a DH, but it was more like a digital, like, we have another actor, but we're just going to put her face on top of that. So that was wild. Wild stuff you can do in the movies these days. But yeah, what did you guys get? What did you guys do? Did you have any crazy family stories that you guys can share?
No.
Drunk uncles that you don't want to remember?
No.
The craziest my family got is that I said that I went to a Christmas that was about 2 hours away from my house. So I live about an hour from my dad and the rest of my family, and about an hour 40 from my grandparents on that side. And I have a cousin who normally, an adult, she's got like kids, who normally throws the Christmas because they have a big house. But they sold that house to build their own house about 20 minutes away from me. But they're currently living in an apartment about 40 minutes away from me while that house is built. And they've got 3 little girls and a dog. So it was like, they're not throwing it. And my aunt, her mom, is selling her house, and so didn't want to like clean it afterwards because she's staging it and stuff. And my Nana has a bad back now, and so she was like, I'm not doing any more holidays. I'm done cooking for you guys. And we're all like, you know what, that's fair. And my family, for some reason, it can't just be like a get together and do presents. It has to be like a big dinner. So my aunt, who's got kind of a smallish house, couldn't do it because it can't be a big dinner. I was like this close to being like, fine, I'll just host it. So they had it on Hood Canal, which is really beautiful, but again, about 2 hours away from my house. I had to go down, the part of Washington that dips down, the Puget Sound. I should use this finger to do that. Sorry. I had to go down and then back up about even, like, across with where I live. So it was a long time. So that was I was not happy about that, but I did get the chance to kayak on Christmas Day.
Wow. Interesting.
Which was really nice because there was nobody on the water, so it was like super smooth, and I really love kayaking, especially when there's nobody around. So even though it was really cold and started to rain, I super enjoyed that.
Oh, that's fun.
I guess it's not crazy, it's just more like weird. I don't know who else kayaks on Christmas Day.
Where did you go kayaking?
In Hood Canal.
In Hood.
It was like on...
Canal. Okay.
The water part in the Puget Sound.
Okay. Interesting. How cold was it where you were?
The water was cold as balls. I dipped my finger in it. I think it was in the lower 40s, and it's staying in the lower 40s right now too. It hasn't really... It hit lower 30s like a week ago or something. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't get that cold over here. We haven't gotten any snow yet. We might get some snow on Monday, but it'll probably be gone by the end of the day.
Gotcha. It was weird being in Wyoming because it was a lot colder.
Oh yeah.
But it was a lot drier. Like it's like that really powdery snow. It's not wet like it is here in Virginia, where it's just like. It snows or something, and everything you have on just gets soaked.
Yep.
It was. I want to say a couple of the days it was like 13 degrees with like a wind chill of like -1. But I just had like a light jacket on, and I was like, oh, this is fine. Feels good. Feels fine to me.
Brisk.
Weird. Yeah. It's strange. It's always a weird thing to like go back there for a week and be like, oh yeah, it's actually not cold here, but it is. I just don't know that it is.
Does anybody want to hear? I keep saying, does anybody want to hear? As though
Just
this is
no,
a
go
podcast
for
where we're
it.
supposed to
Interrupt
talk
me.
about things.
Be like, your stories suck.
docket.
Here's what I'm gonna talk about.
I got 2 gifts this year that really made me be like, wow, I'm very adult, because I was so stoked. I got a stand mixer this year.
I got one last year.
So excited. I
I
made cookies like 2 days later.
It's my favorite thing I own. I am so proud of my KitchenAid stand mixer.
Mine is a Hamilton Beach. Still very good, but not
Ooh.
as expensive.
Nice.
Cody's parents got it for me, and I was just stoked. And I feel like I got it, and I was super excited, and then I sat there, and I thought to myself, and I was like, what happened to me? When did I get this old? That this is the thing that I'm most excited for.
Thrilling, though.
Oh yeah.
You can make
Well,
cookies
I have
so much faster.
a
I
kneeling
can make
mixer.
bread. A what?
I have a kneeling mixer, so beats your standing mixer.
I was like, what the hell is a
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay, a stand mixer is...
Yeah, you do it.
It is a machine that does the mixing for you. You know, hand beaters, and then when you're done making the cake batter, you lick the batter off the beaters, that thing. This is the big machine that does it for you. Like, it just sits there on your countertop, and you, like, stick the bowl under it. Like, that's what they all have on, like, cooking shows.
Gotcha.
That's
And then
a stand
you
mixer.
push the button, and it just does it. And you pour the stuff in, and
Yeah.
I see.
it comes.
I see.
Mine came with. I don't know what the attachments are actually, but one of them is a bread hook, so you know I'm gonna make bread now,
Yeah.
which I've never done.
I've made pizza dough before with that dough hook, and it's a good time.
Ooh.
Make your own pizza
Ooh.
dough. You feel real proud of yourself.
That sounds
That's a
great
good
because I have
date
a
night
really
thing.
good recipe.
Just like, let's make
for...
homemade pizza.
Oh, that is.
Team pizza.
I have recipes for cast iron skillet pizza. So with the homemade pizza dough, I feel like I would feel so like white suburban 20-something-year-old, but that's what I am. So
Live up to it. That's all you have to do.
did you guys get anything that like made you have that kind of moment where you're like, wow, I'm an adult?
My older brother got me fondant sculpting tools because I'm super into like icing cookies. Like I make those real fancy piped royal icing sugar cookies every year.
I want to get good at that.
It's so
Sam
I'm not
is
even that
saying
good at
that
them.
you can make your own pizza dough and then roll in cheese sticks to make your own like fake me out stuff.
Sam, you're a genius.
Yeah. But I got
That's amazing.
fondant sculpting tools, so now I can play around with fondant and I can make like flowers, like 3D things now.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna play around with it, and then I guess one day just bring in like a tray of edible flowers to the office. Like, I needed to
Like,
practice
here.
on somebody. Eat these.
Right? My office is about to get so many more baked goods because we're also trying to be healthier this year.
Oh my god.
So, which everybody tries.
My roommate is one of them. She used to be from Ohio. I guess that's where her family is. Have you guys, Melissa, you might have had them since I guess you're in the Midwest. Have you ever had Buckeyes?
Yes.
The
I think I know what
candies?
those are.
Yeah.
know
Little
what-
chocolate
yeah.
peanut butter little cookies.
They're not cookies. I think there are cookies called Buckeyes as well. That's
Okay.
that's
They have a
why
chocolate chip
I
on them, right?
yeah,
the
they have
cookies?
the big like Hershey's Kiss. I think that's the one you guys are
Yes.
My Nana
thinking
makes
of.
those.
These are not those. I've only had them a couple times, and I've only had them when I met someone that was from Ohio. Because the Ohio Buckeyes, but they're these like imagine like a small ball of cookie dough dipped in chocolate.
Yeah.
Except it's not cookie dough. It's more. It's like peanut butter and a shit ton of powdered sugar, like mixed together to make like a dough-like thing. And so it's a small ball of this like peanut butter stuff dipped in chocolate.
That sounds real good.
And they are amazing, but they are so rich. Like, you can only have, like, two of them. And me, who has a giant sweet tooth, I'm like, okay, I just had my third, and I feel like I have diabetes already.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
And they are amazing. We have a whole bag full, and I'm just like, I cannot eat healthy. This is not going to happen. They're so good.
One of our strategies is because we were already eating healthier before the new year, and then like the holidays happened, and we kind of got a little bit derailed. So we're getting back on it.
Kind of what you have to do.
Yeah. One of our strategies is to just make a side salad to go with every meal, no matter what we're having. Just get in the habit of being like, all right, here's your bowls of salad, put whatever you want on it, but like you're eating a salad. We're also going to join a gym.
Chocolate on my salad?
Sounds terrible, but
does that mean healthy? Does that make my chocolate healthy?
You're still getting the vitamins from the salad itself. Yeah, there's vitamins in lettuce.
Isn't that supposed to be the worst part, though, to add on like cheese and dressing and all of that stuff? Because that's where all the
you have to be careful what you add. So like I use Italian salad dressing instead of ranch. You're all gonna learn about what I put on my salads, by the way. It's super fun, right? I use Italian instead of ranch, but I have to like only use a little. I want to put like half a bottle on there. And then I learned recently you can put slices of hard-boiled eggs on salad, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
And I also like sunflower seeds and goldfish crackers.
Yeah.
Instead of croutons.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interesting.
carrot slices.
Carrot slices are good. I've never seen
like
anyone
healthy.
put goldfish on a salad.
It's another thing that my Nana does.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's like really good.
Yeah.
You have to get the regular goldfish though, because I know that goldfish crackers are like crazy now.
Yeah.
But just like the regular ones.
Barbecue ones, I can fuck me up a bag of barbecue goldfish.
Fish.
I have had a barbecue salad. You could put those on the barbecue salad.
That would be good.
I love the pretzel ones. They're so good.
Those aren't bad.
Not a pretzel fan.
We can't be friends anymore.
Unless they're cinnamon. If it's like a cinnamon,
yeah,
like more like a churro type of like dessert thing, then hell yeah. But that's me and my sweet tooth. I don't like salty snacks.
Yep. I'm mostly made out of candy.
I used to think that I have a sweet tooth, and then I moved in with Cody, who will eat like he'll eat donuts for breakfast, which is not like that's what donuts are for, but he'll eat like the donuts with a bunch of shit on them for breakfast, whereas I'm like I would like a sugary, I would like some honey smacks or some honey nut Cheerios or something, you know, like I like candy and I like sugar and I like cake and I like fudge, but he just eats so much more of it than me that he's like constantly, he's like, do you want, he just like will keep handing me chocolate when he's eating it, and I have to stop way before he does. And so I used to be like, yeah, I love sugar and sweets, and then I moved in with him and I was like, no, I like them. He loves them.
It's good to meet your match. Yeah, I was going to say the local grocery store chain in St. Louis, because we're weird and we've got all local grocery chains here, and they're only here and they're nowhere else. So, like, we don't have a Kroger or a Ralph's or a Price Cutter or whatever else it is people have in other parts of the country. We have Dierberg's and Schnucks. And Schnucks...
I want to shop at a place called Schnucks.
Schnucks is wonderful. But they have had goldfish as part of their salad bar since I was a kid.
They know what's up.
Did it, like, is it actually called Nooks and the guy just can't say, it's like, what's behind this schnook here? You see?
No, it's like a SCHNUCKS. It's like a German name, maybe.
Schnook.
Yep, Schnook.
That's great. Well, I was going to say we don't have Kroger's or Ralph's here either because we have Fred Meyer and Safeway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also Walmart, unfortunately. Not a huge fan of Walmart. But...
I don't like Walmart.
No. I mean, we got them,
there
but
a lot.
What am I doing going grocery shopping in a Walmart?
Don't do it.
That's basically all my parents have out in Wyoming. They have like a Walmart, and then their like local whatever grocery store is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
we went to this one place. It's half restaurant, half market, but it's all like organic stuff, which for being out in the middle of Wyoming is kind of rare to see. So I was like, I'm surprised a place like this exists, because they're all like, where's the beef? We want meat. Give us the meat. We want meat. And right, and it's all of that's, but it's like the local like health food stuff like that. And so I had some like curried chicken salad wrap thing. It wasn't very good at all. At least I didn't think it was good, because I'm not a big health food person, but my mom loves it there. But yeah, we had just like that weird little store, and then they have Walmart. I'm just like, I don't want to support Walmart, but okay.
Yeah, my grandma.
Well, I was just going to say that's why my roommate always shops at Walmart, because he's from a really tiny town where they had a Walmart in the next town. They didn't even have it was in the next town, and they had a tiny little grocery
That was
store.
some fancy living to go to Walmart in that next town.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That next town, for anybody listening in Washington, that next town is Aberdeen, which sucks.
There you go.
It sucks.
My grandparents, when I was a kid, lived in middle of nowhere, Missouri. Like, okay, we need milk. That's a 20-minute drive to get the milk. Like, you had
they didn't have cows.
That's
at
it.
That point?
We're all lactose intolerant from now on. I am not driving 20 goddamn minutes to get you some fucking milk.
They were on this big plot of land, like down in this valley. They had to drive to their mailbox. It was so far away because they were all the way down there. And my grandma was obsessed with Walmart because I think she's just a shopper. And that's just where there was around her to shop. I imagine when she was younger and she lived in the city, she was at like the mall all the dang time. But they don't have those in the country. So she's had to adapt to Walmart and garage sales being the center of her life.
Garage sales are so fun, though.
Yeah.
Cody loves to go thrift shopping, and I don't love that as much because he'll go without any, like, goal. He's like, I don't want anything. I might come home with something, but I just want to go to Goodwill or whatever. And I'm like, you need to have a point to wandering around a store. But if there's, like, a garage sale and we're just, like, going to dinner or something and we don't have anywhere to be like, babe, there's a garage sale. Do you want to turn around? Let's go.
I think my favorite thing I've ever bought at a garage sale is this big, like, spiral-bound, laminated cocktail drink menu from, like, a hotel in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
That's amazing.
I don't think whoever this person was supposed to have it. This looked stolen, but what am I gonna do? Mail it back to Las Vegas? It's mine. I paid the $1 for it, and I'm keeping it.
You don't mail it back. You send a ransom note.
Okay. Do you want your possibly outdated cocktail menu,
If you
please?
ever want to see your cocktail menu again, I want small, unmarked, unnumerical bills on my doorstep by the...
You said stolen, and I have the craziest story for everybody.
What did you steal?
So I didn't steal anything, but at the beginning of December, like I said, we have a roommate. His car got stolen in December from in front of our house. Oof. Like we're a corner house, so we have a side yard and a front yard, and he'd park in front of the front yard because our garage is full because we moved in May and remodeled. And Cody and I would park in the driveway. And Cody goes to work one morning. He goes at like 5. He's halfway down the road when he's like, Steven's car wasn't there, and I don't think he went in early. So he calls Steven, and Steven's like, no, dude. So his car got stolen, right? And we're like, we're probably never going to see it again. And full disclosure, the nickname of my town is Felony Way. It's not always the best place. It's not always the worst place necessarily. But that is a nickname.
Good, clean family fun.
And so we're like, well, we're never going to see that car again. It's probably gone to a chop shop. And we got security cameras, which are super fun because I can watch my cat at home now when he's around. But so now we have a couple security cameras and I have a steering wheel lock. And we're like, okay, we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. And our roommate Steven goes out and gets a new car. And, he filed the police report and everything. And they're like, well, we'll try to find it, but don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I think New Year's Eve, so on Monday, Steven is getting gas about 2 miles from our house, and he sees his stolen car with new plates, and they took his brother races, and so he had a sticker that had the, racing number. Mm-hmm. They took the sticker off, and they got it new plates, but it still had a dent that his parents had put in it when they owned it, and it still had studded snow tires, which Steven hadn't had installed on his car. So
did he mention that in the report?
Yes. Mm-hmm, yeah. He was very thorough. And so he sees it at a gas station. He sees his car, which never happens. And so he takes pictures of it and he gets the license plate and he goes home and gets the case number and he calls the cops. And he's like, dude, I just saw my car. And I'm just like, what were they doing? Were they hiding it? And then they just now decided to drive it around. Have they been driving around and we just haven't seen it? And then a day or two ago, he gets a call at midnight. They find it abandoned in South Center, which is about 12 miles north of us and about 20 minutes down the freeway. Abandoned at the mall. The inside is trashed. He said he saw the people smoking. And most of his stuff is still in his car. His GPS was still there, but no, GPS charger. His coat that his mom had, it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coat that his mom had, sewed his brother's racing number onto or something, so it was special.
That's crazy.
Some of his stuff was still there, and they impounded it and brought it to Renton, so his parents had to come get it, and he had to pay $200 to get it from the impound lot. But the cops didn't. They were just like, okay, it's yours. We found it. It's locked. We're not gonna look at it.
I feel like the cops could somehow waive that fee for him.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem right. Hey, this car was stolen. But this is what you make your business off of, but this is an extenuating case,
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
No, but
weird though that he found it.
Yeah, and when the cops talked to him, they said that the report that finds the stolen car is almost never comes from the person it got stolen from.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, what were they? These thieves were idiots.
Yeah.
Because, they drove the car around within 2 miles of our house where they stole it. And then the new plates on the car were from another stolen car. And so apparently they're, stealing multiple cars in the area. So I have a wheel lock now, which is really good. But, and Cody's car has an alarm, and so does Steven's new car. But, we thought we were never going to see it again, and they got it back.
Crazy.
So that's my wild story. Yeah.
Would you ever steal a car? That's what I want to know. Do you guys remember those old anti-pirating?
Would you? You would.
You wouldn't steal a car. You would how do you know what I wouldn't do? Who are you?
I have a
How dare you assume
about
you know
this.
me?
Thank you for bringing up you wouldn't download a car. Okay. So my friend Ty has. All right. First of all, this guy. Super smart, worked really hard, bought himself a house when he was 22, turned the basement into this intense home theater. I mean, it's still surrounded by junk, but it's a really high quality TV and sound system. And he has these movie nights down there. And right now he's doing a series of movies where it's alternating really good movies and movies that he knows are trash and are just there for you to make fun of. Mm-hmm. And so I just went to a movie night at his house that was trash night, and it was specifically the Garbage Pail Kids movie, which I believe may be numerically, I mean, it is a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it may very well be the worst film ever made in humankind. And that DVD came with "You Wouldn't Download a Car" at the front of it. We're like, who's... Yeah, but nobody's pirating this thing, because nobody wants it. Well, I guess there are people that want to see it for the legend of it. Yeah.
I don't want to pay for that.
No, there might be people that are downloading it just because they want to see the legend of the Garbage Pail Kids movie, and they're like, I'm not paying money for that. But Ty, he spent like the
movie ever made.
Huh?
I'm not paying money for the worst movie ever made.
Ty did, just because he's like, well, I want to do this right. I want to have everything on, like, because of his system. He's like, I want to have everything in the best version of it I can get. And you could get this on Blu-ray, and he's like, I'm not going that far for the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I'll buy the $8 DVD. And that's why you buy DVDs, so they can come with weird extra stuff like that, like you wouldn't download a car.
Weird.
How is Elf $5 on Amazon, but the Garbage Pail Kids is $8?
Because it's rare, I think. It's the worst movie ever made. They didn't print that many of them. But yeah, hoo boy. It is that. I can verify. I watch a lot of bad movies. And this is like, I've never seen a movie before where like every 5 minutes I'm like, ugh, like so, it's disgusting. It's horrifying.
When I was a kid, I had one of those, like, I had like an armoire and it was mirrored. And so I, used expo markers to write moody quotes because I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. And I put stickers all over it. And I had the office quote a day calendar. I'd put those up there. Oh. And I was really into Garbage Pail Kids. I wasn't even that into Garbage Pail Kids, but like I thought it was cool to be into Garbage Pail Kids. Mm-hmm. So I would put them on my mirror. And then I eventually got to a certain age where looking at them made me want to throw up, and they do not come off. It was bad.
Yeah,
that's great.
But to your original question, Kyle, I don't think I would steal a car.
No.
Because one, I just don't know how to, and especially like I can't imagine. I don't. Also, these people
feel like cars don't
didn't
work
break
like
Steven's car.
They didn't. They didn't break it much?
No. Yeah, they like we assumed the windows would be busted out because Steven had all 3 of his keys. But they didn't. So like I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you steal a car and have it still work.
Yeah. I feel like cars don't work the same way they did or like we think they do, because in the movies it's always like
hot wire.
Open up that panel, hot wire it, hits, just pull out a big handful of wires and then hit 2 of them together and something will happen. I know it's a lot more than that, but there's like cars with Alexa in them nowadays and computers and all that stuff. So it's just like I wouldn't even know what to do if like. Do I
Alexa,
have to enter a password?
Some of them you do though. They have the handles where there's buttons and there's passcodes. Yeah, I wouldn't know how, and also I just can't imagine a situation where I would feel like I would need to steal a car and it would be morally okay. Like it's like the whole question would you steal bread to feed your family? Probably, but I'd try to steal it from Walmart or something.
Would you steal a car to drive 20 miles to get milk at the Walmart in the next town to feed your family?
Would I have any neighbors to steal a car from at that point? Because I don't think they would. But yeah, I just can't imagine a situation where I'd be like, no, I really, really need this, because we also have Uber and stuff. And so it's that's more expensive, but also it's not going to go on my criminal record when I eventually get caught for doing a shitty job because I don't know how to steal a car.
I think only action heroes need to steal cars and bikes, etc.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what normal human being would be in a circumstance where they cannot wait the 10 minutes for an ordered car to come to them.
The bus will be here in 2 minutes, dude. Just wait.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That'd be that's one of those things. I wonder where my life would be if I ever had to do that. Mm-hmm. Would it be the end of the world? Would it be the apocalypse? Did I do something else worse than stealing a car?
I would steal a car in the apocalypse. Because, and the reason, I said that my town is nicknamed Felony Way. Part of it too is that like I don't live in a super high income area. Yeah. The whole town is not super high income, and so like I think that's what it is that people are, it's how they're making money, or they just like can't afford a car, but that's when you can afford the bus more than you can afford something going on your record and, you know, forming these super bad habits. So that's I think why people in real life do it if you're not an action hero. But also, like, I still don't understand it because, again, yeah, there's the bus, there is walking, there's other options. Everything's going to cost you a little bit of money, but eventually stealing cars is going to cost you a lot of money.
Do you guys believe in, like, multiple or, like, past lives?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know what I think about all of that stuff yet, but that's one of those things, like, am I an action hero in another life?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. In some other life, you are that rugged Wyoming cowboy.
Maybe not that. That's not for me. I've made up my mind on that one, but like
no variants of Kyle are rugged. Okay. No, I was just gonna say that since we're for our latest upcoming episode of the review show, we are watching the Mission Impossible franchise, and watching them, I keep thinking, what would be my role in the team? Like, what spy skills do I have? Like, I look around at my office, and like, I look at my coworkers, and I'm like, well, Kate's real athletic, so she's our muscle, and, you know, Maya studied in Japan for a year, so she's our translator. But like, well, what do I have? I can work a spreadsheet. Is that helpful? Like, I'm not technologically gifted enough to be the guy in the chair, as Ned puts it in Spider-Man Homecoming, but oh, what else do I have?
Still mad that they called him Ned.
Yeah, I'd be the cheerleader for sure.
Anyways.
Yeah, I think I think a spy team needs a cheerleader.
Be like the person who's like, all right, I'm first aid trained, I'm CPR certified. Who needs Band-Aids for these bullet holes that you have?
Oh, that's so good.
I've got Band-Aids, I've got orange slices, you know, whatever you need.
Do you want a Capri Sun?
Yeah. That would be me.
See, I would want to be the stealth guy. Like, not the agent that goes out in the field and has to, like, do all the big stuff, but the one that they send out to, like, get something ready or, like, do something like that where it's like, okay, make sure you're not seen.
Oh, you're the guy casing the joint.
Kind of, yeah.
Yep. So I don't know that I believe in the, like, past lives things, but I went to the mall today, and I firmly believe that Purgatory is a parking lot with only one spot left. Firmly believe that. Yeah. And not, like, the really, like, the parking lots you see in movies that are very straightforward, but, like, the parking lot that has multiple businesses in it. Or, like, a Fred Meyer parking lot that also has a gas station and a Wendy's. Like, that's Purgatory, if not hell.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some rough parking around here.
I say this, like, every time I have to drive around a busy parking lot. My, like, whole parking lots are purgatory and are hell. But I so firmly believe it because I had to go get new shoes, but I hated it. And I was like, oh, it's going to be fine because I'm going to go to the mall and I'm going to take myself out to, like, food court food. And then I, like, got to the parking lot and I was like, oh, no. It was terrible.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
I hate parking lots so much.
Well, I lead such a sedentary lifestyle. Like, I put it in my head already, like, just park as far away as you can, just for yourself. Like, if not for your soul, then for your body. Like, don't worry about how close you can park. Like, write that out of your head entirely.
You're just gonna park far away. And yeah, I don't even care about parking that close. It's just people drive too fast, and there's the little cars that park in between the big cars, and there's the big cars that take up 2 spots, and then there's the cars that take up 2 spots when they don't need to because they think they have a nice car. And Yeah, it's all just a disaster. Cody parks far away from everybody because he has a little sports car, and so he's like, I can't park close to people. And I'm just like, for the love of God, park somewhere close to the doors.
He's one of those
He's
people.
not, he doesn't always do it. He knows, he drives a BRZ, which is not like super fancy, but it's a little two-seater sports car, and so like it's not my 2001 Subaru Outback. I'll go park anywhere. People can ding my door. I don't care. It's already got dents. But he, some of the times, depending on what kind of parking lot we're in, will park far away. When he does it at the grocery store is what drives me insane. Because I'm like, we have groceries to bring back out. Could you at least like try to park near the grocery store doors and not the Starbucks doors?
Yeah.
I love him. He's great.
That's my dad too. He hates it when he has to park like a mile away. He's like, God damn it, can't even see the fucking door. I hate this.
Yeah, parking lots are my personal hell, and I just talked about that for like 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No,
I really hate them.
They're prevalent in everyone's mind. Like, I went into my office today for a couple hours just to like try and get caught up on stuff before I get a new trainee on Monday so that I'm less stressed and I don't scare her off. And I realized, I can park right there, the very front, because nobody else is here. I'm the only one in the building.
Yeah, I work at a driving school in like a little strip mall. There's like a pho place next to us, and then a tax place, and also a music store, which is real not fun, and also a vape store where their glass door keeps getting broken because they're the worst. But I used to go into work at like noon, and I'd have to park at like the far end of the parking lot. And now that I go in at 10, I'm still like not allowed to park right in front of our school because we need to park our drive school cars there. But I can park directly across now every day, and it's the best thing. It's so exciting. Seeing weird little things make me happy, and I'm like, when did I get this old that I care so much about where I park?
I feel that, though. I have been a spinster since I was 8 years old, and I just live this grandma life where I like a small glass of very sweet, very cheap white wine, and like a paperback romance novel and a candle in my floral nightgown.
Yes. The outfit is complete.
I bought it recently, and like I was aware like this is the most matronly thing you own. I'm like, I am a matron. Like, that's what the soul is. Like, this is just my insides on my outside.
Nothing wrong with any of that, though. I'm a big fan of the cheap, good, sweet white wine.
Yeah.
I also, though, have not been drinking as much lately. And I know it's only been a couple days since New Year's, but it was brutal on my end, and I really hope that nobody I work with ever hears about this, because I had to call in sick the next day. It was, and so my Cody and I's New Year's resolution is not to get throw up drunk.
That's good.
And I'm just like looking at hard alcohol right now is like, ugh.
I mentioned to Eric when we recorded the last bit of the retrospective, I had a really weird hangover on New Year's, because it wasn't really a hangover because I wasn't drunk. I think it was like a sugar hangover, or like sugar withdrawal. So I had like 8 chocolate chip cookies about that big, and then I had an entire bottle of the like sparkling apple cider stuff, and then I had like a small bottle of tequila, like those one shot like bottles, and that was the thing that I had, and like I had most of the apple cider, and then I had the shot of tequila, and then used the rest of the apple cider as a chaser. But the next day, it was so weird because I was queasy the entire day, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I shouldn't have drank that much. Like, what am I doing in my life? It was just like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
What did I have?
And it feels like it's gonna be sparkling apple cider.
I felt so bad for our roommate on New Year's Day because he didn't drink. He was going to drive us, and I fully intended to go to the work the next day, and I still tried. I was supposed to go in at 1, and I didn't give up until I threw up an hour and a half before work. And so I tried, but Cody and I were just like laying on the couch the whole day, and we couldn't do anything. And so we're just laying there watching TV. We're being no fun. And my roommate was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go to Fred Meyer and get some like deli food for lunch." And Cody's like, "Can you bring back Gatorades and bread, maybe some JoJo's?" And so Steven was like sort of making sure we didn't die because he's the best roommate.
That's very amazing. Good.
Thankfully, I have. I guess the best way to put it is my body is really good at telling me if I'm about to throw up. So it's not just like, oh God, it's here. Yep. It's like, hey, dude, get to the bathroom because in like 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to be puking up your guts. Yeah. But I have a story to tell to potentially end the episode with. So if you guys have anything else to say on that, I will let you go first. Or if not, I will wrap up my story here. So I'm this is a great story, but it is awful. It is half super embarrassing, half I don't know what happened. It just happened. So my ex, when I was still, I guess still dating her. This was when we first started dating. I went out to go visit her because it was a long distance relationship, and this was the time that I like was first asking her to be my girlfriend. So I took her out to a nice dinner. I had some kind of like steak and potatoes and stuff like that, and I had some local beer. And we went back to the hotel, and of course things proceeded nicely in the way that I wanted them to. And she gets on top of me, and we start making out, and she pushes me back on the bed, and I have to like stop her. I'm like, hold on, stop right now, get off of me. And I go in the bathroom and I start throwing up my gut. It was the worst. It was so bad.
I'm so sorry that I'm laughing so hard at this, but I'm just picturing you being like,
it's fucking hilarious.
Just go, move.
It was just like, no, but yeah, so like it's the thing, like we're in the hotel room and there's like just that one door between the bathroom and the bed, so she can hear me like doing this, and so like 5 minutes later I'm finally done throwing up. I brush my teeth and all of that stuff, and I come back out, and she's just like mortified, like, what did I do? Like, was it me? I was like, no, it wasn't you, I swear. It was awful, but yeah. That happened. Thank God my body was just like, hey dude, you need to go to the bathroom right now because you're about to throw up. It was the worst. So
that's really embarrassing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah
it was awful. Anyways, I think that will wrap us up for tonight. Yeah, that is a good one to end on. This has been episode 33 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. Thank you guys for joining us. We will be back next week with a new episode as well. Melissa, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Golly, you can find me on Twitter at Wilkywit, WILKYWIT.
There you go. And Jess, What about you? Where can they find you?
My Twitter is legend_of_Jess. Sorry, it's weird, but that's the only way I could get it and not have it be my full name. And my Instagram is Accio Jess Beaver. Beaver is BEVER. It should be on the screen, or should have been earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, it just popped up.
So if you're just listening, go pop on the YouTube real quick and look it up if you really want to follow me. I post a lot of cute pictures of my cat.
Oh.
There you go. You guys can find me online at YoKyleSpringer on both Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want updates with this show or any of the other podcasts that we do, we're on Twitter at The Whatnauts. And we also have a Patreon page, patreon.com/thewhatnauts. If you want to throw us a buck, you can help us out, keep the lights on, keep the mics on, stuff like that. Every bit helps. Actually, I need to go to Patreon right now because we actually have some people to thank.
Yay!
Yeah. Let's see here. Actually, I should do it on my computer instead of my phone because I don't have the right thing pulled up.
So excited.
Let's see if I can do this here. So yeah, at the $5 a month level, we want to give shout outs to people who are supporting us on Patreon. So let me see if I can pull up who our patrons are. First one I know is Eric Mannix. He's supporting us on Patreon. He doesn't even have to because he's a host and he's doing some amazing things. He still wants to. Yeah, basically. God, why is the internet being so slow? Here we go. And the second one is Christine Reese. So thank you very much to Christine. She is supporting us on Patreon as well. You guys can be super cool like them as well. Patreon.com/thewhatnauts. It means a lot because we're just doing this out of love, out of our wallets. It's not cheap, but we're making it happen. So there you go. That being said, I think we will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Adios, guys.